Yes, people, welcome to Never a Foul. If you've never been here before, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe if you're new. We got quite a bit of news. Monts will be here very, very soon. We've got Man City suing the Premier League. We've got KDB
boiling piss.
open.
Manchester City absolutely boiling piss.
Then we've also got
and the
KDB.
conspiracy theorists come out straight away.
Yeah, and then we got KDB open to a move away, and that's confirmed, securing his future. You even got Julian Alvarez getting targeted by Atletico Madrid.
That sounds so mad, though. Securing his future. Bro, man is a I get what he's saying. Listen, he's soon to retire, so earn as much money as you can. But, bro, my man's security is definitely... He's on like 350 bags a week already.
I would say so as well. Let's put Monts there. There we go. And then also on top of that... Hi, Monts. On top of that as well, you've got Sesko, who's been offered projects by Manchester United. He's been offered project by Chelsea Football Club and Arsenal. And then also Michael Olise, they're trying to hurry things up. Apparently, Chelsea have now opened talks with Michael Olise to make sure they get that deal done first before Man United come in. Like, anyways. But yeah, man, I don't know what else there is in terms of anything that's dangerous to really kind of report on. But other than that, let's talk about Man City suing the Premier League.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's funny that turns round straight away. Yeah. People like Ilias, that obviously spend their life on Twitter and watching Football Terrace, right? Between Twitter and Football Terrace, you're not going to get much football knowledge, bro, right? But basically, you're now seeing this as City are in the wrong, right? Cool. I get that. That is what will happen. I guarantee you, the minute it came out that City were looking to sue the Premier League, channels like Football Terrace are trying to think of a way to twist that to make that Man City are ruining football and whatever. Look, let me give an example of this. And I'm going to say it, right? Sorry, Cass, but I'm going to say it. This is nothing to do with Cass. This is my opinion, right? There are people here that rightly so will say, "Be Palestine," and will then, right, say that the American media and everything to do with the Western world is lies, yeah? And I agree with you on that, by the way, first and foremost. But then, when it's the other way around, because it doesn't suit your football club, you don't want to believe that the Western world is going up against the Arabic, the Muslim, or ultimately the people that haven't had a monopoly in the Premier League. And that is ultimately what this is all about, right? That is what Manchester City are saying. That is what Newcastle, who will be backing Manchester City, are saying. They are saying ultimately that the Western world and the Western media are trying their absolute best to make sure that other countries, as an example, the Arabic world, Saudi Arabia, Abu Dhabi, do not break their monopoly up and do not make money off of football, because one day oil will not be about, right? And one day these countries need to make money through other things. That's what Saudi are doing with the boxing and whatever else. They're trying to find a way to have long-term money coming in, other business, other sources of money, the Premier League, right? And all the American, and yes, I'm not even going to say, but the Tottenham, you know who they're owned by, right? They don't want their monopoly in the Premier League broken up. Cass, do you get what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
And do you get what I'm saying? That some people that fully want to go, yeah, the Western world are completely fucked. The media's completely fucked. It's all one-sided for one agenda, right? And I agree with that agenda. But then they won't hear it on the other one because their clubs are owned by American clubs. So they're going, no. The American media would never lie.
No, I hear it. No,
really?
Yeah.
Really? So, I mean, I'm saying you don't have to pick sides, but if you're going to pick sides, then be a bit more consistent with it, innit? Like, if you think the American media and everything that the Western world feeds you is a load of bullshit, then when it comes to your football club and our football club, be consistent. That it's the same people feeding you the same crap. But because it's against my club and not against your club, you lap it all in. You take it all in and go, yeah, spot on. So anyway, my view on it, by the way, I'll be honest. I said to Cass earlier on when I saw this, look, City are counter-suing the Premier League. Great. This could be really good for City. If I'm perfectly honest, this could mean that it drags out even longer. I'm so bored of it. I just want to get back to talking about football.
Well, yeah, we'll dive into that a little bit as well. Anyways, just for context wise, if the Premier League charges Man City, this is what their charges should be: demote the club to League One, transfer ban for 5 years, strap all titles, banned from European competitions for 5 years. Enjoy it.
Ilias, you're just trying your best to make your club back relevant again.
I think this is the actual quote was the Times from Matt Lawton broke the story. He said, Man City have indeed launched, I think it was on TalkSport as it goes. Man City have indeed, I believe so. Man City have indeed launched unprecedented action against the Premier League. They are trying to have rules around associated party transactions, which are the sponsorship deals which are linked to the owner. And if we dive a little bit more into that, according to the Times, the Premier League champions are pushing for the removal of the associated party transaction, which they claim unlawful. The new rules were introduced following the Saudi-backed takeover of Newcastle in 2021 and are designed to maintain competitiveness in the Premier League. It helps prevent clubs from inflating commercial deals with companies linked to that club's owners. Any deals must be independently assessed to be within fair market value. City view the rules, which are voted by the club, as an attempt to suppress their success after falling victims to discrimination under league rules approved by tyranny of the majority. There you go.
Look, what I would urge people to do is go and look. Like I always say, we always knew all of this was coming when we saw that picture of the Glazers, the Crunkies, and I think there was, and I think it was the Liverpool lot, in us all very wealthy Americans in a smoke-filled room, sat round a table having a conversation. Right. We knew that this was because ultimately they had a monopoly of the Premier League. The Premier League wasn't monopoly. In any other business, there is no such monopolies are not allowed in other businesses. Yeah, people are not allowed to have a monopoly. Now, where it was then was you had 3 or 4 teams that would always qualify for Champions League football, and therefore they would always generate the most money. And because legacy-wise, when the Premier League was formed, they already, yes, they were bigger clubs. They're still bigger clubs. I know some of you will be happy over that. And what City is saying is that you must allow businesses to invest. Now, financial fair play was brought in so that teams like, remember Portsmouth, how Portsmouth was sick, but they had too high a wage bill and it nearly crumbled the whole club. Leeds has a similar thing. There's been multiple clubs, right? Financial fair play was supposed to be brought in to stop clubs from ultimately becoming no more. Whereas actually what was put in place, what should be put in place is the correct checks on the owner, that the owner can never basically put people on wages and, you know, amount bills against the club that the club can't afford to pay if the owner goes. Now, with Manchester City, like any new business, yeah, that was, or not even any new business, any business. I own a cafe, right? No, Cass owns a cafe on a high street. It's got McDonald's opposite. It's got Burger King opposite. It's got KFC opposite. It's got Nando's opposite. Now, all of them already well established. They're getting food for the cheapest prices. They've got the best marketing, the best word of mouth. They're just going to keep cleaning up, right? Cass decides, I've had enough. I'm not making no money out of this cafe. I can't compete with these 4. And I come along because I've just had a bit of inheritance. And I go, do you know what? Yeah, I want to try and compete with these 4 restaurants because these 4 restaurants, I think I can give better food. I think I can actually give the people what they want more. But I'm going to have to invest first to get it to a level playing field. That's what City did. Now City, and we can say that's what, listen to what I said. That's what City did. They got it to a level playing field. Now, are City outspending everyone? No, right? Are City paying substantially more wages than everyone? No, because it's now a level playing field. But we had to get it there like you have to with any business. Now, it's relevant I say business because ultimately all of this in the courts is not what we want to be talking about. We want to be talking about football, but all this crap in the courts is business. And that's what this is.
Well, let's put it like this then. I would ask the people in the chat then, should FFP be scrapped? Because there's a lot of teams actually in the Premier League that want the FFP to be scrapped. You know, I want Wont to be scrapped for being late all the time. We've turned into BSB somehow with our lateness when we used to be one of the best. So I blame that on Wont. But should that be scrapped? Maybe we should scrap Wont. Maybe me and Wont should go for a scrap. But other than that,
Maybe
Other than
Scrappy
that-
should get involved.
I'll
Maybe
probably-
Scrappy will bring his big brother, Scooby.
Oh yeah, true.
I ain't got
Scrappy,
Scooby.
yeah.
What's going on?
But yeah,
See
no,
these
I
things.
don't know. Like,
I'm
I don't
on-
know if things should be abolished or
Yeah,
things should be adjusted a little bit so other clubs can spend. Because see, the FFP ruling, it really is to protect the top six. Let's be real.
Yeah,
Right?
it is.
It is
100%.
because now teams like Brighton, who make a bag of money, teams like Villa, who are very sustainable at this moment of time, you know, even though they're offloading Douglas Luiz, teams like Everton, etc., we keeping them at a minimum. But should it be scrapped? Yes or no? You know, should they be able to? If that was the case, would
That's a good
Newcastle destroy the
question.
whole league?
Yeah, but Newcastle should be allowed to. I've always said this, right, from very early doors, that right, every single fan base deserves, right. I really don't like it when someone says we deserve this or we deserve it more, right? Every fan of a football club deserves to be able to celebrate some success, right?
Yeah.
Every fan, yeah. Now, ultimately, if these rulings are in place, financial fair play, at any point, whether it be 20 years ago, whether it be now, it ultimately does say the only way you're really going to get it is if you're in the top four. Because even when people say Man United's class of 99, yeah, I'm pretty certain if Man United were not as damn good as they were, yeah, they wouldn't have got some of those players. Some of those players would have chose other academies, right? Some other clubs would have better academies. But also, yes, while you've got class of 99, you've also got to remember that you also bought Rio Ferdinand, that at the time was breaking a British transfer record. Now, I think it's pretty proven, isn't it, that if you spend a lot of money, you usually, do pretty well. Now, if you're in the top four and you're qualifying for Champions League football every year and you're finishing the top four every year, you're generating more money than everyone else. And it's not just the winnings you get from that or the taking parts from that. It's also the sponsorship deals that you get by the fact that you are playing on a European level. So I think it should be scrapped. I was just going to say, do you reckon if Brighton could spend money, they would? I don't think they would. I still don't
think they would. I think they would. I think a lot of clubs, I think, you know what, actually, bear in mind, actually, I'll give you a few team names. Bear with me one sec. Let me check Premier League.
Newcastle definitely would.
So the
Villa
teams
probably would.
So the teams that definitely would, not Tottenham, they're tight. West Ham, 100%. Brighton, I believe they'll do a madness. Wolverhampton would 100% do a madness. Everton, Nottingham Forest. There's a few teams, and Villa. Like, there'll be a few teams that would want to do a madness, and I think even Liverpool to a degree that can't. They do want to spend, but they don't. I don't know yet, but I think Liverpool quite smart anyways with their stuff. The thing is, open at FFP, it was to always stop Manchester City. That was the idea.
Yeah, it was. Well, and then it was to stop City, right? I think initially it was to stop City. However, it was then also to stop Newcastle. It's not just City. It's also because what City are actually fighting against now is the rule that got brought in when Newcastle's ownership went through, not the one before.
Other teams abroad as well. Abroad as well, by the way.
Oh, bro.
PSG.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
God, yeah. PSG got find madness. They got fined like 50
I think the hardest thing is now,
they were all spending what 200 on Neymar, 120 on Mbappe. But bro, they was moving mad.
The truth is, what you just said there now, and by the way, when I'm saying this now, yes, Rants, love as usual. What I'm saying now is, I get it. I am now in the top four. So when I'm saying it shouldn't be protecting us neither, it's the same as the whole Super League thing, where the Super League ultimately if you're in the top six, then you're always in the top six or whatever, and you can't be knocked out. It's the same type of thing. But the hardest thing is once a club has got into the top four or the top six, then it's never going to be an equal playing field. Because if they brought in all financial fair play rules now, it's still not fair because City is a bigger club now than Nottingham Forest, right? Therefore, will generate more money. So unless you're going to scrap it again and go completely back to basics, it's just so I think it is a case of, unfortunately,
I can't lie,
you should let owners come in and spend whatever, bro. Like what I was saying before is, if our owners decided to dip and thought, you know what,
I don't say that Jim is broke. Jim's broke.
Is it?
No, he's not. But he's compared to you, man, he's broke.
The Glazers aren't broke, are they? Not bro. Between the Glazers and Jim, they're not broke. They just don't want to spend their p.
I'm moving on from anyway,
though. A bit, but like them, man.
But if we're doing that, then Saudi Arabia, I mean Newcastle, make us look like paupers.
Let's move on from that anyway.
No, Monts. Go and look at the difference between us and Newcastle. It's like, honestly, the gap between us and everyone else, and then Newcastle and us is nothing.
Mad.
Newcastle's bread
is a lot.
Their bread's long.
Them man be buying continents in that.
They probably own half of space. Bro, like about continents.
Let me tell you, you know the world are billionaires. They got the first T. They're the trillionaires of the world. Like, do you understand that?
Their P is different.
Trillionaires.
What you got to think is it's called the private investment fund. Yeah, PIF, right? PIF. It's called PIF. We all call it SIF. No, so months. The reason why we all call it SIF. We call it SIF because it's Saudi Investment Fund. Yeah, obviously, my best mate worked for Live Golf, right? And whenever I say SIF, he's like, it's not SIF, it's PIF, it's Private Investment Fund. Yeah, bro, their PIF is right. Their money is literally, it's like all the rich fuckers in that PIF. They've got every mixtape, every.
That's mad. WWE box, they got all of it, bro.
They own Live Golf. They own Live Golf and PGA, which has had a monopoly on golf forever, yeah, has had to side with them, man. Because them man came in and were like, yeah, every single player that we want, we'll just give them 8 times as much money as you're giving them. The Saudis have got mad long money. So, but let them spend it. Let them spend it.
I was going to say anyway, moving on from all of that stuff, obviously, we don't want to bore you guys as well, until we see something a little bit more concrete.
And by the way, let me just say, if City get found guilty of anything, right, you have to understand that it's awkward questions amongst our fan base, because we've had the owner that, apart from the Super League, which he pulled out of very early doors, we love our owner, we love our board, If our board has been telling us we're innocent. If our board is not innocent, then as fans, we ain't happy. Let's take it one step further. Pep Guardiola is best friends with Tiki and Serrano, Them man have come up through Barcelona, best friends. They have promised Pep we are innocent, right? Ultimately, if we're not innocent, Pep's going to be looking at his best mates going, yo, you man have been lying to me for years. So all of us, and honestly, when this thing came out about us counter-suing the Premier League today, I'm just thinking, long. This means this is going to go on for longer. I just want it done. I'm so bored of it. I'm even to the point where, Cass, this year especially, because I'm going to games, you see, and right, being a City fan, I've seen how our fan base is changing, right? We've still got the core, the old school 32,000 Division 2 lot, but there's some, like, I saw someone today, a tweet today from a big City account saying, not going to lie, we have to, I'm sick of our board not buying big name players. I don't want to win the net spend trophy. I want to win trophies. Bro, imagine a City fan saying, I want to win trophies, What type of crap is that? So there's an element of me where at times I'm like, you know what? If we have to go down to Division 1, Division 2, but I think anyone that is thinking that City, even with this new thing, anyone that thinks City are being relegated, you're smoking some hard
how about
food.
this? City would get relegated, still come back, and still win the Premier League before Tottenham.
Oh, that's factual.
That's a fact.
but realistically, City aren't getting relegated. Like when especially when people go, down to Division 2 and that, you've seen what Everton got, but for going guilty, and you're just doing some mad simple big shack maths and going, City are in Division 2 now. We're not going to be relegated. So anyone that's hanging their hat on the hope that you might get a trophy, ain't no one getting no trophies. Like, we've got the trophies, and you can do the copium and whatever else, but the best, the truth is, look, Arsenal fans, all you had to do was just win more games, innit? And then you wouldn't have had to say 115. Beat Villa, you wouldn't have had to say 115. Come to the Etihad and try and beat us, you wouldn't have had to say 115, right? And you weren't. At that point, you weren't. It's only once that happens that all of a sudden, fuck it, 115. And I've witnessed it with my best mates. I had to tell them all, listen, you're 41-year-old men. What are you screaming numbers for? Just go and beat us on the pitch.
Yeah. But anyways, and not just Arsenal. How about Liverpool too? Just forward, send them shots there. But anyways, sorry, Mons. Anyways, make sure to smash them likes. We just hit 23k as well. So big up for every new subscriber. I think we're nearly there, but we're looking towards 30k. If you haven't subscribed, do subscribe as well. We got lots of content. We got Saturn new coming up as well. Donny says, so basically City are challenging a form of democracy, a voting system, sums them up that if they don't like the rules, leave, see who joins them.
And well, that's the thing. That's what I say. If we're being real, maybe this is what they want. Because right now, I think if City were to be, say City go, do you know what? We don't agree with your rules. We're leaving. Yeah. And City go, we're going to holler Real Madrid. We're going to holler a few of them and them. And there'll be a Super League within a year. Right. And we'll be in that. Newcastle will go, right? Would you agree? Newcastle, if City went, Newcastle would probably go.
Probably.
Bowley would go. Yeah.
Americans will be all over it.
Well, then guess what? Probably Man United, Arsenal, and Liverpool. Ultimately, the three that we're talking about that wanted to keep the monopoly would have the monopoly back. So that is where this could end up, right?
Yeah.
Do any of us want that? I don't want that. Like, none of us want that.
I feel like I've been bullied a little bit. Like, play games with me, or I'm gonna fuck you up.
Bro, it's my ball, innit?
Yo, I feel like
I'm not playing no more.
What in the Kim Jong-un are we in right now? Yeah, what is going on?
But honestly, though, joking aside, look, if we get found guilty, serious questions within our own little bubble about our whole ownership. Do we want them anymore? Like, do you know what I mean? All of this is just long.
But yeah, man, you know what's but better than that? That like button as well. I don't know if I mentioned it, but do smash the like button. It's very, very important. If you come from Rance's stream or Monster's stream or even just our own stream, you know what the deal is. Like Monts will tell you, if it's on light mode, it should look like Monts. If you're on dark mode, it should look like me and Daps. So on that notice, smash the like and let's see how many we can grab. Big up to everyone that's done so. But on other news, it's Monts' favorite subject. It's Chelsea again. Again, it's Chelsea.
Talking about these fuckers, bro. I've been talking about these man fuckers all day. Like,
all right, bro, they are making news. Whilst my club are in an end season review, which is actually getting on my flipping nerves. These men are trying to take Olise from under our noses, bro. They're trying to take Olise. On top of that, they're getting rid of Gallagher, who's talking to Aston Villa. I can't believe, Unai Emery and the scum Monchi and all that kind of stuff are getting rid of Douglas Luiz, to bring in Gallagher. Conor Gallagher. What nudes does Conor Gallagher hold? Because honestly, I don't know why Villa are looking at him, but I can see why Emery like him. But to replace Douglas Luiz potentially is nuts. Unless he's replacing Zaniolo's gap. I don't know because he was on loan apparently. But that's mad. That's mad. I'm not being funny, but Chelsea, I know Academy Scoop's a bit weird, isn't it? Yeah, apparently we're not in for a right winger as much and But Academy Scoop, I don't know whether to believe or not. But Santi JFM came out about it. Like, they are literally opening talks with Michael Olise. They are looking to offload Gallagher. And I'm pretty sure there's other news surrounding Chelsea at this moment of time as well. I'm getting tired of talking about this team, but this team just wants to, they want to win, bro. Chelsea are showing intent. They're showing ambition. And you can't knock them for that. As much as we want to cuss them out, money, this, that, and the other, bro. They know how to sell. They know, and right now, they know how to buy players very quick if they need them. And they also got a project sounded out to Sesko, who on the line could choose 3 clubs. This is like Eden Hazard all over again in 2011, I believe, when Man United, Chelsea, and Arsenal, Man United, Chelsea, and Arsenal present the project, and in the end, he chose Chelsea. I think actually, it might have been 12 to 13 when Hazard joined because he joined the team that won the Champions League. So it might have been that season. So on that note, it's just like, bro, Chelsea's got this heritage, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Tosin did his medical today as well.
So they're moving fast, man. They're getting
fast,
they're moving fast.
And this is Mad Monts, man. I know you don't like them, but bro,
I don't like them.
You don't like them. You don't like them.
Every team I crash on, I don't like them. I'm just telling my opinion on the club. You know what I'm saying? When I was cussing Arsenal, man was saying I don't like Arsenal. I got nothing against Arsenal. I just don't like the fans. Like with Chelsea, I think I don't really have anything against them. I don't hate them. I just think that to spend what they've spent, to do what they do, to recycle manager after manager, and still have this sort of energy that their players are of some sort of ilk, I think it's cheeky as fuck. Because Kaz, you couldn't sit there and do that. I couldn't sit there and do that. What? Arsenal couldn't sit there and do that. But they get to sit there and do that.
What? Do what?
For what other reasons, I don't know. But
do what?
At the end of the day, people. I just said what they did, what they're doing to still have the energy. Lewis sat there on Saeed's channel and said they're going to challenge within a year. What the fuck?
I'm not going to play past.
Hold on, within a year of now, but they've already had a year.
No. It's a new year. It's a new era. Because if it goes wrong, that's just going to be called. They started again. They started again. It's a new manager. You know what I'm saying? They've got all bases covered. Geniuses. And this is, I said, this is the loudest you'll hear them because they are.
Lewis Lewis said 2 years apparently according to True Blue.
I must admit, I was watching you lot earlier on. Yeah, I was watching you guys at lunchtime or whenever it was you went, and I heard Ches say, "If you think me and Don are unbearable, you." But well, I was thinking, yeah, he's right. Them two. If Chelsea start doing bits, yeah.
Wait until my cousin starts coming on here. Wait, it's bad.
I've seen Don chat shit from 12, bro. If he goes anywhere,
wait. So wait, let me get this right, Monche. Like, I'm trying to have a little bit of a debate, and I hear what you're saying in it. But your perception comes to me about what you feel about the fans and how they're gonna be, rather than actually on the club or what they're actually doing. They're about to sell Chalobah and Gallagher, something like of a combined 65 million potentially, and they're bringing in an Elise who's.
Do you know what?
10 million less.
Can I just say? Can I just give a shout out? Can I just give a shout out to Mike? Mike is one of my guys that I go to watch City with. Yeah, right. And Mike, keeps saying City should get Gallagher. Mike rates Gallagher. Yeah, and we're in the group chat. We're like, "What are you watching today?" When the news came out about KDB, Mike is going, "Get Gallagher as a KDB replacement." And we're like, what? He's like, "Well, name a better England player." We're like, "Foden, Eze." But he thinks Gallagher's. I don't know what he's watching, but boy, who I don't know who's it. Villa that want? Is it Villa that want Gallagher?
Aston Villa want Gallagher, but you can tell but the way Emery plays, I don't think he's gonna. I think he's looking at him more of the John McGinn type of replacement because he's getting
how's McGinn
on? It's about 31 now, isn't he?
Do you know what? Do you know what? That probably sums up Gallagher, yeah. John McGinn's an all right player. None of us are going, yeah, do you know what?
And Villa will probably love him.
Has anyone seen any top six side making bids for John McGinn?
We were interested at some point. I know. Well,
Fergie, you probably weren't top six at the time.
No, I know. I remember Fergie having a massive appraisal for John McGinn. He'd be like, "That's a player I would have signed at Man United," and I can see that. Yeah, that's
because he's Scottish, bro.
I think McGinn is an underrated baller.
He had his son at Man United at one point, bro.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but you know, Fergie's talent ID was.
It was all right. I mean, I won't knock it. Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, it was all right until they started fishing him David Bellion on that. But Jemba, so good he named him twice. But yeah.
Sorry, I just see someone say Gallagher's a good player.
No, that's right. He's a good player, but there's nothing more. He's nothing more.
Let's be real. Right now, yeah. Do you know what? Gallagher is a squad player, right? He is a squad.
Oh yeah, they bought Barkley.
Yeah, Barkley's cold. I like that signing.
Last signing, man.
But when people say Gallagher's good, all right, Gallagher's good. I'd say he's a good squad player, yeah. But Cass, we were having a conversation earlier about who England should take. Yeah.
I'd rather take Adam Wharton. I'd rather take him.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, 100%. But that's it. But he's a good player. But I don't know where Villa look at him. But if they're going to spend some dosh on him, like 40, 50 million, he's whatever the report it is at this point, that's sensational business by Chelsea. And this is why I can't knock Chelsea. Like, as much as I want to sit here and say, yeah, Chelsea are just doing it again, they're going to go spend this much and da-da-da-da-da. I ain't going to lie. At some point, these fuckers are going to get it right. Yep. Do you understand? Eventually, they will learn. You know, Win Stanley and the other sporting director as well. What?
I need some popcorn emojis in the fucking chat because man are telling me Lewis said 2 years. He said the challenging. He said in for 2 years. I said after a year they'll challenge, right? So this season after this season will happen, and after the next one they'll listen. Just listen.
Oh, receipts.
You weren't even much better last season than this season. We were 5 points off fourth. Next season we go for fourth. Next season we look to contend.
But wait, you weren't even that.
I mean, right. So the way they're doing it is technically that's 2 years.
Yeah, technically it's 2 years, but basically saying within a year.
1 year. He went within a year. Yeah. But technically that's 2
within
years.
a year, bro. That's within a year, bro. I'll play it one more time for those who didn't hear it.
I'm to you here, man. It's not Klopp with his 4 years to win. He's run out on to you, man.
I think it's crazy to say we were 5 points off fourth. Next season we go for fourth. Next season we look to contend.
Yeah, so 2 years. So not next season. They'll do fourth, which I think they got a good shout for.
But hold on. I see what you're saying because it is technically 2 seasons. But say today was the 25th of August, right?
Yeah. Go on.
It's 1 season. It's the next season. Next season we contend is what he's saying. But because it's summer, you're classing it as 2. When actually in 2 months' time it's going to be next season. So I get what you're saying.
It doesn't mean this season coming because remember this season's done. The season's finished. Yeah. So this season coming is 1 year. You know what I'm saying? So within within a year's time, you'll be competing.
Because
that's within a year. Within a year.
Saturday is next weekend. Saturday is this weekend.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. So even 2 years for me, it's crazy to say that Chelsea will challenge in 2 years.
I don't think it is though. I don't think it is though. I don't think it is.
Why is it crazy?
You can just get up one day and contend.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
But one thing I would say is, so firstly, well, Arsenal did, to be fair. Firstly,
but Arsenal were 4 years. They were 4 years in. Or 4 years in,
but technically Arsenal did, right?
Yeah, but then
secondly, we have to remember what Chelsea fans are used to, and Chelsea fans literally are used to new manager coming in and contending.
Under Roman.
Hear me out. This is why you could say it's exactly. I big up Lewis. This guy he's
always here.
This brother is a ghost.
No, everyone is. Whenever we speak on anyone, speak on Don, and he pops up.
Yeah, the same. And Ches as well, to be fair. They're like the same. Anyways,
they got some special notifications.
The thing is, once, like, I have to call that part out because you said they're already like 4 years in. You're talking about Arteta, right? I'm going to guess, or 3 years in. They were in something like that. But you could say the same thing with Chelsea. Like, I know it was under one manager. That's the only the difference. But this one is like, by then, Chelsea's on the top only. That will be their 4th year. Do you know what I mean? And also, they might have probably the same squad that they're kind of building towards for next season and adding little pieces. So that's exactly the same. If they can build off 6th and go 4th, 2 years. What 2 years? Ralph said it himself. Ralph Rangnick said it himself. It doesn't take 3 seasons to go compete. It takes about 3 or 4 windows to get it completely right. And then before you know it, you're off to a flying start. You can change and chop up whoever you need to in a space of a few windows. In my opinion, I agree with him.
If you actually think City got taken over August or September 28, and then they won the league 4 years later. And before that, for the first couple of years, we weren't getting in the top 4. And then all of a sudden, we just went boom and came in.
You know what is that? Mons is slightly scared.
No,
agree with me. Don't you think? I think he's slightly scared.
I don't fit. Why would I fear the team that I've taken trophies off of in the last 2-3 years, bro?
Because times are changing.
With my shit, bro, with one arm tied behind my back, with no arms, and with 3 arms, it doesn't matter, bro. I take trophies off these, man, bro.
No. Bro, I take trophies off of you, right?
Yeah,
and I take trophies off of you.
But again, I'm not talking up a storm towards Man City. I'm not talking up a storm, am I?
No, but same way I take trophies off of Liverpool for fun. But same way, everyone knows I'm weary of Liverpool. Maybe not so.
Of Liverpool from it because we've gone toe to toe at the highest level, right? Under this new regime at Chelsea, it is not. Listen, bro. If this was Roman, if Roman was still there, do you think I'd even be uttering this sort of attitude towards Chelsea?
Now you get head topped.
Bro, get head topped, bro. Impossible. They'll win 4 trophies before I can blink. But this is not under Roman anymore.
But it is relevant. No, I hear it. But it is relevant to why their fans might be the way they are because they've been programmed to sack manager, new manager come in, win trophies, New manager starts performing badly, get rid of him. New manager comes in, win trophies. So they have been programmed with that for what 10 years of
This is
that.
what I'm saying.
15 years.
Now, if they're gonna do that, now if they're gonna try and change their ways, even though I was told by Don and Co that Chelsea are changing their ways and they're doing the long-term project. Even now, since Don's told me that, they've had 3 managers, by the way, since he's told me that, by the way. But again, I don't see the under Bowley. From what I've seen so far with their hierarchy and the way they're doing things, it gives me very much trial and error and a lowering of standards at Chelsea Football Club. That's generally what it is, in my opinion. I'm not saying they have zero quality, but for me, the quality for me is lacking. I've stood on this most of the time. I do feel like their squad is more mediocre than screams quality. I feel like they need to add to that, and they're probably going to add to that in this window.
I disagree.
They're a lot further away from challenging than what people make them out to be.
But
and
so far,
the players don't get enough blame, in my opinion. Players do not get enough blame. You lot can put it down to Caicedo or Fear or any of these certain stuff. I've seen all these other teams with the same problems, with less money spent, do better with debut managers.
I have to.
So again, Chelsea
get
disagree that no one else gets, but you man will put it down to.
I disagree, man. I disagree. But my logic is that I'm not. I don't subscribe. I don't know about people. I'm seeing a lot of you lot's comments. I'm trying to talk to you in the comments and reply to you. I see a few of you saying stuff like Ted Lang is like rivals gonna looking real stupid. This is the thing. Whether you want to be too careful about it or not, I don't believe Chelsea are media. I don't believe they are shit. I don't believe that they ain't got quality there because it's easy to say they don't because of how they performed in the first half of the season. I think they had quality, but they didn't have balance. You said
at the same time, we all look stupid at some point. Listen, every single one of us 3 has looked stupid probably about 10 times this season.
Stupid last summer because they done what they did last summer and they had the season they just had.
No, but Mons, let me get this straight. You don't believe that their players are as good as what people think, right? Correct?
Yeah. I don't think. I'm not saying they're all done. They're not. No.
I know you did. You didn't say all of them. And we can get that correct. But I believe majority of Chelsea's squad have potential and got talent, and some of them are really good right now. Yeah. And whether you want to call it Poch tax or not, I think they got quality right now, and they're going to add on to quality because they need to balance out the team. When Poch found a balance of how to move this squad, he started getting results, and a lot of them were really convincing. So on that notice, when they add Olise, if they add Olise, we'll talk about that again. And obviously they add maybe a Benjamin Sesko or striker and add maybe a 1 and 2 extra pieces. All of a sudden, this Chelsea team is nuts, not just in quality.
You know, Olise is going to the. Do you know Olise is going just to the Olympics?
Oh yeah, I saw that as well. But
it's not. It's not the. Now the only thing is, it means if you do go to
CFC Reaper.
If you do go to the Olympics, it does mean that you've got a smaller, smaller pre-season to settle in.
Yeah, that's very true as well. We were mid-table almost the whole season. Yeah, but things change though. Like towards the end of the season, they always say it's not about how you start; it's how you finish. Is that not true? Are we just going to forget about that quote? No. Okay. Kingsley says, "What happens if they exceed your expectations?"
To me, if I'm wrong and Chelsea do the mad thing within 1 year, then I'm wrong. But from what I've seen, since the hierarchy have come in, they finished 12th, and yes, they finished 6th this season, but they're playing conference. They have to qualify for Conference League, and we're 11th. The majority of the season just gone. I've seen nothing from these men. Nothing but nothing. The amount of shit that I've seen.
I have twice, almost 3 times against us, to be fair.
You've seen for every 1 step forward, they took 3 steps back. And they put no blame on the players. No blame is on the players. It's just the manager.
It's been on select players. It's been on select players.
Bro, again, select players. But for me, the players haven't held enough blame. They have.
Raheem's got more than enough blame.
Yeah, but Raheem has the gun on his leg. He's gonna hold blame wherever he goes, bro. He's Pep's second highest goal scorer, and he's treated like he's Joe, fam. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So people need to understand Raheem's always gonna get slapped wherever he goes, even though he has.
If they just obviously.
I don't think Raheem gets slapped from City fans for that.
Not so much City fans, but I don't know.
City fans. There's a bit of the frustration, right, in front of goal. But for me, it's like that brethren that is not good with money, but you keep lending him money. Right? Raheem's in front of goal. Yes, he misses opportunities, but eventually he bags. That's why he's the second highest goal scorer under Pep, and I think probably he's definitely in our top 10 goal scorers all time.
Yeah, he's a volume finisher, but he's not.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And bro, and he listens to the manager and he carries out instructions. That's one thing I know about Raheem Sterling. So that is the one thing I would say against Poch, that Raheem Sterling always listens to the manager and does what the manager says. He did it under Pellegrini and it didn't look good. Then he did what Pep asked and it looked great. So at Chelsea, some of the slack on Raheem has to go onto Poch. I would agree with that 100%.
No, bring that comment back up.
No, I was gonna. What you've seen is Chelsea win the same trophies as your club and perform poorly and finish low, but your club haven't done anything.
From
Ryan T.
what,
Big up Ryan T.
From what time frame? I'm talking about when Bowley stepped in. You've done fuck all but finished. You have your highest finish is 6th. Done fuck all. And lose 3 finals to me, by the way. To me, by the way.
So a poor Chelsea still getting to finals.
Bro, a poor United win trophies, bro. Why are we celebrating? This is where you missed it. He did it again. You just did it there. You literally just went a poor Chelsea. You lowered the standards for Chelsea Football Club right in front of your eyes. You didn't even know you did it. You lowered the standards. You think under Roman these guys are gonna say,
because you know what it is, once I respect teams that actually win consistently, and the big dogs
won consistently. They won nothing consistently.
You have to respect teams that consistently do it. Like, unfortunately, Chelsea at that club, they're just that guy sometimes. It is what it is.
Roman.
But they still and under Todd, they still got to a final and they could have got to another final, but obviously they went out. But
that is my point.
But it's still embedded. It's still embedded in a club. It's still embedded in a club. I don't get what it is. What Chelsea done to you? I don't know how much they punched you in your jaw today. But honestly,
I am telling.
But you could say the same.
I'm the bad guy. And I'm playing bad cop. You're playing good cop. I'm giving man the reality check. Man don't want to hear it, and you're being devil's advocate. It's fine. It's fine. I was the bad guy to Arsenal fans as well. It's fine. You just gotta respect you gotta respect what's it called, a team that wins. Like there's levels to this game, innit? I'm not saying you don't win because you have one, but Chelsea have one more.
I think Chelsea will. I think Chelsea will come good. I think Chelsea will come good, and I think I said at the back end of last season, I thought, as in the end of last season, I thought Chelsea were my dark horse for the following season. Maybe with the manager change, maybe that's a bit early. But I do think what we're seeing is what we've always said, that sooner or later, Chelsea won't stop till they get it right. And
exactly.
By the looks of this transfer, but months, and by the looks of but it's. You know what? I'll be honest, because if I look at, but it is throwing money at it. But I'm certainly not. Well, right now, I'm not going to be talking about no one throwing money at nothing. Yeah, it is throwing money at it.
But they make money. They make money. But they make money. No, I hear it. But they make money.
But even City, do you know what? You have to learn. Do you know what? As we're going to treat, and it is fair that we treat this the same as City, right? So when our new owner came in, took us a few years to get there. We won the league. That summer, the summer we first won our league under Mancini, we spent really badly and we didn't win the league the next season, right? Pellegrini, I think, was it the season after that? I think Pellegrini then came in. We spent big in the summer. We won the league. Again, the summer after that, we spent badly. We dropped off again, right? Ultimately, when it gets to summer, and so what I'm trying to say is that we had to learn that sometimes you have to spend correctly to where you are in the league. And I think
you weren't sitting in 12th, Daps.
I hear you, but
you weren't sitting in 12th. I'm sorry, you weren't.
I mean, they used to.
No, and that's where I would say the first couple of years under Bowley, right? Bowley picked up the club in a bad place, 100%. Yeah, they,
But Chelsea were in a bad place. No, they weren't.
Well, no, they weren't.
Well, they were a bit all over the gaff.
They were all over the gaff. They lost it. No, months. Hold on. I'm not just talking from a football point of view. Their owner had just been kicked out. Yeah, they'd had a couple of months of not being able to travel to games on, like they're having to walk to games or whatever. Yeah, they weren't in the best of places, right? And ultimately, he came in. So the structure wasn't ideal. He came in, Bowley came in, and it was a shit show. Yeah. The first summer under Bowley was a shit show. He didn't have anyone in place. He was making signings himself. It was all over the gaff, right?
I was talking about the team. I was talking about the team.
Yeah. Oh, no, the team weren't a complete shit show. But
the team was fine. They were third place in that.
But they weren't ideal. They weren't. In hindsight, if I look at it, the team we played in that Champions League final, and yes, we lost it. Bro, when I look at that Champions League team that Chelsea put out that we lost to, we should have battered them, bro. That was not for me, that was not a Premier League winning Chelsea team.
10 times better than this team.
Yeah, maybe so. But what's happened is Bowley's come in, and Bowley he's having to get used to running the club and how football actually operates, yeah. And so you do have to give him a few years grace, but it's as long as they're learning. The thing is with him, and I've said this, that before Ineos came in, the Glazers are not going to change. The Glazers are the way they are, right? But Bowley's new to this. Bowley could change. And straight away, he's getting business done early. He's got a defender they needed. Looks like he's looking at a striker that they need.
A profile, yeah. So profile.
It does look like, and maybe it does look like Shields, who we would say probably knows what he's doing a bit. He looks like he's listening to Shields, so it does look like he is learning. And this is a thing, when you've got a man that is willing to back his club, which Bowley most definitely is, and he's learning on the job, sooner or later it's going to come right. It will do.
Yeah,
that's a good comment.
Listen, we're allowed to disagree with each other, but people just go for my reasoning as if I'm talking from emotion. Because I talk with passion, bro. I'm talking from logic because I've only seen these men be shit and do fuck all and spend high amounts of money. I don't know whether Cass has this report because his team spends a lot of money and it's still shit. But no, but maybe there's a report there that I don't know about in it. There's this link up that we spend loads of money and we're shit together. You know the picture of the two girls like this.
Yeah, I know. It means more, innit? It means more. That's what it means. But
by the way, just quickly, Monts. I know Eze was doing a madness yesterday in that, and in the first half there were certain, players that were doing a madness in that. But you see how the class just came on, linked up, and said, "Yeah, that's how you get a goal." Just quick.
I look at this City Pool thing going on here. Jack Grealish and Trent.
I'm just saying. Just over the top and a volley in the court. Bro, class, innit? It's class. It's just like, yeah. I see all that running with the ball and everything's great, yeah. But listen. And you know what? Chelsea, you're allowed in. Cole Palmer doing what Cole Palmer does. Just putting it bottom bins from a penalty. Class is just doing what class does. All these other players, they look great in that, but it ain't gonna win you nothing, is it?
Yeah. Quick one. Just a quick one. We're over 200 likes, so big up to everyone that has done that. But there is 650 of you in here, so a lot of you do or haven't liked the video yet, and also you haven't subscribed. I know there's a lot of people that haven't got accounts, but if you do have an account, make sure to run that up as well. But moving on. KDB might be effing off to this summer. We might be free from the shackles. One horseman down, potentially. One horseman down. And then another 3 to go. Bernardo's another one. Pep's the other one. And Ticky's the other one.
I think Bernardo goes.
But no. All right, KDB has come out and said that he's open to leaving. Obviously, he needs to think about his future. And a lot of this money just doesn't pop up when it needs to. Also, Man City could fork a nice penny from Saudi as well.
I think that's the key at the moment, because De Bruyne, right? If De Bruyne doesn't go this summer, he's definitely going next summer for me, right? From what I've heard, the plan would be him and Pep both go to America next summer. I think that's the thing that City will probably be thinking. We want to keep this guy in the City group, therefore they'll be coming up with maybe a package for not just for a long-term thing within the City group, but look. For me, I see straight away on all the comments on Instagram and whatever from City fans that doing the romance thing, right? They're the same City fans that when Aguero, when Aguero said he's coming, he might come back because he's allowed to play football again about 6 months ago. Them same City fans that are going, "Oh, City should go in for him." Could you imagine? No, I couldn't imagine. Right? Same with KDB. We have to look. Me and Cass did a video on it, and I said that KDB's game time has to be managed now, right? And we can look at the back end of the season. We can look at the FA Cup final. Before the FA Cup final, City hadn't played for 5 days. I know he'd done a bit of partying, but when you get to a certain age, I know because I've gone over that age, yeah, your recovery time, it gets a lot worse. That's the reason why Gerrard, Lampard, most players that are considered Premier League legends, yeah, left the Premier League and went to maybe the MLS or went to certain other countries at a certain age. And these are players that have not got the injury record that Kevin De Bruyne has got. Kevin De Bruyne has had 3 or 4 major injuries at City, right? He's 33 years old any day. And I think if Saudi offers City money this summer, it's a difficult one, like depending on how much it is, because it's probably very similar to Liverpool and Salah, that if you get offered big money for these players when you know that their career is coming to an end, do you take it? And I don't know. I hope he stays, because I still think Kevin De Bruyne will, if he stays at City, he will impact the league next season. Yeah, he will. We won't be seeing no 25, 30 assists because I don't think he'll play enough games, but he still will be a big game player. But it's one of them ones now where it's getting to the point where it is, 2 years ago, it wouldn't have been a conversation. Now, it most definitely is a conversation because of his age. The FA Cup final had to come off because he was blowing, man. He was blowing in that FA Cup final. And yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? Like, if Saudi come in and offer big money for him, and I'm seeing, bro, I saw Casemiro. They're offering mad money for Casemiro.
Mad money. Inshallah. That's what I'm saying.
So, right. And therefore, if they're offering that for Casemiro, yeah, if they come and offer that type of money for Kevin De Bruyne, who's got 1 year left on his contract, and we know that his fitness is like, we've got to look at it and go, do you know what? Yeah, because right now, let's say, I know a lot of City fans want Musiala, right? Personally, I don't think Germany are going to allow him to leave Poland. But yeah, I'd want it to fund a bit more than that, if I'm being honest. But those are the type of things you need to look at. That ultimately, if we're trying to rebuild a squad, and if we got offered 150 for Kevin De Bruyne, I think 150 might make Bayern Munich go, hold on a minute, about Musiala. Do you know what I mean? That's the type of money that you do start looking at and going, hold on, maybe there is something in this conversation. So, I don't know. It is what it is. We can't hold on to him. Ultimately, we can't hold on to him forever and just let him, players don't retire in the Premier League no more, really. We was having this conversation earlier.
Everyone just pisses off in that. But once it's one horseman down, and then there's another one evolving in Foden, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Actually, I think we've kind of crossed it this season. But long day, just get him out, man. Apparently, it's going to be Al Nassr. Imagine Al Nassr, KDB whips to Cristiano Ronaldo. Long day,
bro.
Cash.
KD back shots is.
I had enough of this guy, man.
Kevin the back shots has just been back shotting for so many years now. You'd think his waistline would get tired, but it just doesn't, fam. Yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I've seen it for a while.
Get him out the league. I'm tired.
I think you need to look at where he was during his breaks. Like, when he had that period before he came back, yeah, and he was off in Saudi, Abu Dhabi. He was everywhere. Like, I've seen this coming for a while, man. So we'll see. We'll see.
Man, we'll see. But yeah, man. Quick one.
We'll see him off. I'm tired of him. Tired.
What?
We got Foden for you now, man.
I say inshallah, yeah, and then and I'm like, what? Like, so I say it one. That's why I'll pray, bro. You lot know what you're doing, innit? People don't know I'm Muslim, innit? Alhamdulillah, innit? You lot donuts. But anyways, Mr. Chelsea, if only our board put this much thought and energy into Chelsea like Monts did today, we'd probably have won the treble already. Oh, so the board shit. Get Monts in. Get Wont into the back. Get me in. Bring him in. It's mad. It's mad. Oh, yeah. Anyways, this is going to go over to LB's channel. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of news to be discussed over there with the City lot. And also probably tomorrow as well, midday, we'll be back. Of course, around 12 p.m. unless Monts decides that he wants to have another cold and be about half an hour late. But yeah, in a bit, and we shall be back there. See you soon.